بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين أجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف. For some of you, tonight is the night of 23rd. For others, tomorrow night. And you know the night of 23rd is the most likely night for being Laylatul Qadr. We ask Allah to enable all of us to witness and understand and connect to Laylatul Qadr, inshallah. One of the du'as which is recommended for all the 3 nights of Qadr, 19, 21, 23rd, is this short du'a. Starting with allahumma inni amsaytu laka abdan, dakhiran. Inshallah, we try to have some reflections on this dua as preparation for Laylatul Qadr, and inshallah then whenever is your Laylatul Qadr you can inshallah read this dua with better understanding. Allahumma inni amsaytu laka abdan dakhiran la amliku linafsi naf'an wala darran ولا asrifu anha ashhadu bidhalika nafsi tarifu laka quwwati qillati hilati. For sure, one of the best things we can do is dua. Ad-dua mukhul ibadah. Dua is the core of ibadah. And we have lots of recommendations about dua, Quran and Hadith. We have discussed in the series on du'as, and we are also right now studying the book Uddatul Da'i by the late Ibn Fahd al-Hilli. So regarding dua, it's very clear that dua is very important. But then in the night of Qadr, dua becomes even more important because there is a little that we can do and we have to do. We can make some, acts of ibadah, we can do some charity work, we can do some study, some reflection, we can do muzakaratul ilm. Sheikh Saduq Rizwanullah ta'ala alayhi says one of the best things to do in Laylatul Qadr is mudhakaratul ilm, to do mubahatha about scientific issues. Maybe not scientific in the sense of physics and chemistry, but science of religion, science that makes you a better person. So we can do something, but there is so much that we cannot do anything about them, or we can do very small part of it. It's dua that gives us hope that after we bring our little part, with dua we can bring Allah's support. Therefore, I say, for the people who work hard, dua is the best thing they can do. So the condition for this dua to be effective is that you do your part. But then your dua is better than your own actions. But you have to do those actions so that your dua would be taken seriously by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So dua is very important, especially Laylatul Qadr. And among things that help us a lot in improving our dua is the spirit of humility that we should have when we are making dua. Humility is very, very important. Even we have hadith that one of the Imams ﷺ says, I realized I have become Imam because I felt a great humility before Allah that I had not experienced before. So it shows that Imam is the most humble person before Allah. And when Imam was not with his father, who had passed away, by sensing greater humility than before, he realized that now he has become Imam. So Hujjah of Allah is the most humble person. This dua that is recommended for the nights of Qadr starts with acknowledging our weakness, our emptiness, our helplessness without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we start with saying how humble I am and how weak I feel in front of you. Allahumma inni amsaytu laka abdan dakhiran. In Arabic, asbahtu wa amsaytu are used sometimes in the sense that I have started my day or I have started my evening with something, and sometimes I have become. Sometimes asbaha and amsa means sayrura. So this can mean I have become like this, or I have entered my evening because the Laylatul Qadr. So I have entered into this night while I am abdan dakhiran, a very small and humble servant of you. I am not arrogant. I am not thinking I am very unique and everyone is lower than me. I am better than others. I am a small servant of you. Abdan dakhiran. We need to be humble, but at the same time we need to be determined. We need to be strong. Humility comes with strength. Arrogance actually comes with weakness, emptiness. Those who are empty, they become arrogant. Those who are inside feeling honored and dignified, they don't become arrogant, they become humble. So I have started this evening of Laylatul Qadr by being very humble servant in front of you. I don't own for myself any benefit or harm. I don't have ability to bring benefit to me or to keep away harm from myself. La amliku linafsi naf'an wala darran wala asrifu anha su'a. I cannot turn away bad coming to me. For example, if I don't want to become ill, I cannot have full control. Yes, there are ways that I can, contribute to being healthy, but I don't have full control. Or I don't have full control of poverty, or losing dear ones, accidents, etc. Lots of problems, wars, etc. Earthquake, flood. I cannot keep them away from myself and my dear ones. Ashhadu bidhalika ala nafsi, and I be a witness against myself in the sense that I acknowledge and admit that I am weak. I'm humble in front of you. Wa a'tarifu laka bidha'fi quwwati wa qillati hilati, and I admit for you that my power is little and my ability to plan is very little. Qillati hilati. There is very small that I can do and plan. qillati hilati. فَصَلِّ عَلَى مُحَمَّدٍ وَآلِ Muhammad. With this beautiful opening of dua, now we want to make our first request. What is better than choosing salawat as your first request? فَصَلَّ عَلَى مُحَمَّدٍ وَآلِ Muhammad. This is very beautiful dua. Then Allah will send salutation to you, and also this will make sure that other du'as are also accepted, because when you make few du'as together and Allah accepts one of them, He is very kareem and would not reject others. So if you start with salawat, end with salawat, then inshallah will accept what's between. وَأَنْجِزْ لِي مَا وَعَدْتَنِي وَجَمِيعَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ مِنَ الْمَغْفِرَةِ فِي هَذِهِ اللَّيْلَةِ. I don't have any rights over you. I don't have anything to claim and demand from you except what you have yourself voluntarily promised to me. Sometimes someone says, if you do this, I promise I will do this. So this is return, this is exchange. But Allah has offered us, without receiving anything from us, that He would forgive mu'mineen and believers in Laylatul Qadr. So this is your promise to me and all believing men and women, and please deliver this promise. وَأَتْمِمْ عَلَيَّ مَا آتَيْتَنِي. You have already given me a lot. Whatever indeed I have is from you. I cannot even make a list of what you have given me. إِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. If you want to count blessings of Allah, you cannot exhaust. My request is, with this humility that I have and with this approach of gratitude that I have, please complete your blessings for me. Whatever you have not given me, please give me. Whatever you have given me but can grow, can increase, can widen, can deepen, please complete that for me. أتمم علي ما آتيتني. Please complete for me what you have given me. Do you know why? So sometimes you go to someone and say, do this for me. If you don't do this, I have, lots of supporters, for example, or I have, my, party, my gangs, I have my, social media outlets, etc. I can force you, I can ruin you, I can damage you. So sometimes people, either they really have some power and support, they threaten, and sometimes they pretend. They want to frighten the other party so that they listen. With Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and with the type of hajat that we have here, none of these works. What works is, again, humility. Do you know why, in my words, oh Allah, do you know why you should give me this hajat that I have? Do you know why I am asking you to fulfill your promise of forgiving us in this night? Because I am your servant, who is miskin, who is mustaqeen, who is da'if, who is faqir, who is mahin. So the more humble you are, the better. I am needy, miskin, and mustaqeen. Mustaqeen is even more expressive than miskin. It's very miskin. Weak, poor, faqir. Mahin. Mahin means small, although sometimes can mean also mean. For example, you have ma'in mahin for a sperm, ma'in mahin. Means mahin means someone which is not great, something which is not great. So, I am your needy, poor, weak servant. Kareem, when is meeting with someone who is very much needy and acknowledges his need, and the Kareem knows also that he is needy, would not reject this person. Allahumma la taj'alni nasiyan li dhikrika fima awlaytani. Oh Allah, not only when I have a haja I want to remember you and come to you, not only with my humility I come to you in the times of requesting, but I also want to be mindful of you whenever you give me something. So if I have been given money, if I have been given fame, respect, health, etc., I want to be mindful of you, not forgetful of you. Okay? So sometimes you have only hajat in your mind, but here we say, no, I want to be mindful of you. Suppose I don't have any haja, shouldn't still I be mindful of you? As Rasulullah said, and he was told by his wife, why you so much pressure, you put pressure on yourself in the night, do so much ibadah, tahajjud, crying. Allah has forgiven you. ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر. Rasulullah said, أفلا أكون عبدا شكورا. Shouldn't I be grateful, very grateful? So لا تجعلني ناسيا لذكرك فيما أوليتني. Please don't make me forgetful with respect to remembering you for what you have given me, what you have blessed me with. ولا غافلا لإحسانك فيما أعطيتني. Please don't make me heedless with respect to the ihsan, to the kind and giving actions of you with respect to the things that you have given me. It's very similar. One focuses on not having nisyan, the other focuses on ghafla, because dhikr has two opposites. Sometimes you forget, sometimes you are heedless. So enemies of zikr are ghafla and nisyan. So we ask Allah not to make us forgetful and not to let us be heedless with respect to the thing that He has given us. We want to remember Him at the time of yusr, at the time of sarra. ولا آيسا من إجابتك وإن أبطأت عني. Please don't let me be despaired from your reply. Even if your reply is delayed, I want to remain always hopeful. I don't want to lose my hope, even if what I ask you is not given quickly to me. في سراء كنت أو ضراء أو شدة أو رخاء أو عافية أو بلاء أو بوس أو نعمة. No matter in which condition I am I in the condition of sarra or dharra? Sarra means is when you are happy, things are going well. Dharra is when you are sad, when there are difficulties, you are troubled. Shadda or rakha. Rakha matches sarra. Shadda matches dharra. Time of difficulties or ease. Afia is like raha and sarra, or bala, calamity and turbulence. Both again is like darra, like shidda or bala, and na'ama, blessing. So no matter what's my circumstances, what are my circumstances, I want to be always remembering you, not forgetting, not becoming heedless, not becoming despaired. Whether I am in ease or difficulties, when I am healthy or ill, I am rich or poor, I want to be always mindful of you. So this is one of the du'as which is recommended for Laylatul Qadr, whether it is 19 or 21, 26, for both, for all three nights of Qadr. As you see, it's brief, but it's very deep. If someone has this understanding of his entire reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his or her humility, then he can be hopeful that Allah would grant him in Laylatul Qadr maghfirah, and also not maghfirah only for himself, for other mu'mineen and mu'minat, and Allah would complete his blessings. Whatever he has given, Allah would preserve for him and give more. And above all blessings that we are concerned about is the blessing of being conscious of God, mindful of Allah. لَذِكْرُ اللَّهِ أَكْبَرُ أَقِمِ الصَّلَاةَ لِذِكْرِ. Establish salat for dhikr. Or إِنَّ الصَّلَاةَ تَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنْكَرِ وَلَذِكْرُ اللَّهِ أَكْبَرُ. The main thing is remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As we say dua kumail, allahumma inni ataqarrabu ilayka bidhalika. So in Laylatul Qadr, we go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the spirit of humility and lots of hope. Lots of hope. And if we manage to be connected to Allah in Laylatul Qadr by remembering Him, not being asleep, not being heedless, not being engaged in worldly things, and ask Him that the rest of my life also would be spent in His remembrance. I think that would be then the greatest achievement, if we can be always mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we can be one of the people that لا تلهيهم تجارة ولا بيع عن ذكر الله. Neither selling nor buying can make them heedless with respect to remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah inshallah include all of us among zakirin, those who continuously remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to the extent that they also remind people of God. If you are always connected to God, you will also connect others to God. You will reflect light of God to them and make them remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.